Listen closely, beneath the noise of your daily life, beneath the thoughts of what you must do and who you are expected to be. There is another, far older story being told. Have you ever walked through a world of glass and steel, yet felt the ghost of a forest beneath your feet? Have you ever heard a fragment of a forgotten melody and felt a sorrow or a joy that did not seem to belong to you? Have you ever looked in the mirror and seen, for a fleeting moment, the eyes of a stranger from a different time staring back? These are a few clues that you may be an old soul. In Jung's long study of the human psyche, he has encountered many individuals. Most live their lives on the surface, caught in the currents of the present moment. But there are others, often women, whose psyches are not confined to a single lifetime. They walk through the modern world, yet their footsteps seem to echo from a distant past. They are connected to the ancestral river of human experience, what Jung termed the collective unconscious. They carry its memories, a depth in their gaze, as if they remember things the world has forgotten, its wisdom and its burdens. They are the seeds of ancient trees, trying to blossom in a world that has forgotten the soil. These are the old souls. They are not merely wise for their age, they are, in a sense, ancient souls. Their consciousness is tethered to the deep, timeless waters of the collective unconscious. They often feel out of place, like a seed from an old forest trying to grow, planted in a new manicured park. If you have always felt a strange nostalgia for eras you never knew, if the modern world feels thin, then you may recognize yourself in these signs. If these theories stir something in the depths of your being, if you have ever felt this strange and beautiful disconnect, then you are already one of us. If you wish to explore the deeper layers of your own psyche, consider subscribing to this channel, for we are all cartographers of the inner world, and every new map helps us find our way home. Now, let us look at the signs. The inner landscape. The signs of an old soul are not found in their resume or their possessions. They are etched into the very fabric of their being. Let us explore the first 6, which relate to the inner landscape. 1. A sense of being an observer. You often feel you are watching life from a slight distance, as if from the balcony of a theater. You participate, but a part of you remains detached, witnessing, analyzing. This is not a lack of feeling, but a different perspective, the ego anchored not just in the personal, but in the archetypal. 2. You feel older than your peers. Even as a child, you may have found the games and concerns of others trivial. You sought out the company of adults, or simply preferred your own. Your interests have always seemed to belong to a different time. 3. A deep connection to history and timeless possessions. You are not merely interested in history, you feel a visceral, emotional connection to it. An old piece of music, a ruin, a myth, can stir a profound sense of recognition, of remembering. This is called anima mundi, meaning the world soul. This theory suggests that the world is animated by a soul much like the human body and has an intrinsic connection between all living beings. 4. An innate understanding of symbolism. You do not just see a tree. You see growth, life, connection. You understand that dreams, myths, and fairy tales are not lies, but the deepest kind of truth, clothed in the language of symbols. You speak the native language of the unconscious. 5. A craving for depth in conversation. You have little patience for small talk. It feels like a thirst that cannot be quenched. You crave conversations about meaning, about the soul. about the great mysteries of existence. You seek substance, not just surface conversations. 6. A strong and intuitive inner compass. You do not follow trends only because they are popular. Your morality, your style, your path. They are guided by an internal authority, a kind of know sis, or inner knowing, that comes from within. This is the voice of the self. The outer expression. This ancient inner world cannot help but express itself in your outer life. The next 6 signs are how this old soul navigates the modern world. 7. You value solitude, not because you are lonely, but because you need to recharge. Crowds and constant stimulation drain your energy. You require quiet, solitary time to reconnect with that deep inner wellspring. This is not misanthropy. It is psychic hygiene. 8. A feeling of homesickness for a place you cannot name. This is perhaps the most poignant sign. A lingering sadness. A longing for a home that exists not in geography, but in time and in the soul. It is the memory of the pleroma, the original, undivided state, echoing within you. 9. A tendency to be a therapist or guide for others. People, often strangers, feel instinctively safe with you. They confess their troubles, sensing a non-judgmental space. You naturally offer wisdom and comfort, acting as a vessel for the archetype of the healer. 10. A deep empathy for all living things. Your compassion extends beyond people to animals, plants, and the earth itself. You feel the interconnectedness of all life. A term Jung popularized, the unus mundus, the one unified transcendental reality from which all is created. You understand that to harm another is to harm a part of yourself. 11. You are drawn to creative or spiritual pursuits. Whether through art, music, writing, or meditation, you seek multiple channels to express the contents of your soul. This is a form of active imagination, a sacred dialogue with the unconscious. 12. You have a mature relationship with suffering. You do not see pain as a meaningless punishment, but as a potential catalyst for transformation. You understand the alchemical process, that the lead of suffering can be transmuted into the gold of wisdom. This is the mark of an individuating psyche. Recognizing these signs within yourself can be a powerful moment of self-affirmation. If this portrait of the old soul resonates with you, I invite you to share this video with someone who might understand. Share in the comments which of these signs speaks to you most loudly. Your insights are a valuable part of this collective exploration. A burden and a gift. To be an old soul in a young world is both a burden and a gift. The burden is a sense of isolation, of moving to a rhythm few others hear. It can be a lonely path. But the gift is immeasurable. It is the capacity to see the eternal in the temporary. It is the ability to be an anchor in a chaotic sea, a keeper of ancient truths in an age of amnesia. You are not broken. You are not outdated. You are a necessary reminder of depth in a world obsessed with the superficial. Your task is not to fit in, but to integrate this profound depth with the demands of daily life, to bring the wisdom of the ages into the present moment. This is your unique contribution to the collective. Embrace your ancient self. The world needs its old souls now, more than ever. So, I will leave you with this: stop trying to be a brighter light in the marketplace. Instead, learn to be a deeper root in the silent earth. Nourish your solitude. Trust your ancient compass. Your very presence is a quiet rebellion against the shallow, and your journey, though solitary at times, plants the seeds for forests yet to come. The world does not just need your energy, it desperately needs your depth. Embrace your ancient self. The world needs its old souls now, more than ever.